Hello guys, there are some big power upgrades that you can make right now that you more than likely haven't made yet. Regardless of whatever class you're playing, this works for every single class, is based around the Renown and Paragon point system, and can make you very powerful for your given level. Regardless of your level, whether you're level 50, 40, 60, 70, this is going to help make you a lot more powerful overall, so that way you can take on enemies way above your actual level by following this easy guide to max out your Renown super quickly and get all of the additional Paragon points. You can see at level 53, I already have a full tree and a half done with my Paragon. And even though I haven't found the glyph I need here, again, I'm already a board and a half in, even at level 53 from all the additional Paragon points I've done. Now, as a lot of us are aware, the Renown system is what's going to give you a primary big jump in your Paragon points, and you get a free 20 Paragon points or an entire board's worth, greatly increasing your damage from completing all of these different Renown regions. And even though Season 1 just dropped, a lot of people obviously still haven't done this and don't plan on even doing it more than likely at all. I'm going to show you why you should be doing this and why you should go ahead and knock it out now, and you can knock it out very easily in the course of a day. So I have a guide to Renown in the description. As a lot of us know, the Season 0 stuff, such as your areas discovered and Altars of Lilith, transferred over to Season 1. If your Season 0 character had any of that stuff done, meaning that stuff transferred over, a lot of people transferred over all of the areas discovered here and all of the Altars of Lilith because they did them prior. By doing both of those, they basically gave you this third level on each region essentially for free. But in order to max the Renown out for each region, you're going to need to spend a lot more time doing this. Except I have a much easier way. So first of all, I want to talk about the areas discovered. Essentially, that's just discovering all the areas on the map. So you should just run around until you get that done, as well as the same thing with waypoints. The stronghold is somewhat scaled with level, but they will be on your map for you to be able to do once you come across them, and those are easy enough as well. Now, one of the big time-consuming things in Diablo 4 is side dungeons. So side dungeons are going to be a primary source of Renown value, as well as some side quests. So one of the big differences from Season 1 to Season 0 is that side dungeons now give you 40 Renown instead of 30. This greatly increases the time that it takes to actually max out your Renown, making it so that way when we do all of our side dungeons and everything else besides side quests, we almost get 5 out of 5 in every single region. Now, side quests have also been bumped up, I believe, from Renown value 20 to Renown value 30, so it's going to make it a lot easier to get Renown from side quests as well. Now I'm going to give you the formula for how to complete this as fast as possible. So obviously the waypoints, strongholds, and areas discovered, you just need to visit those and complete them. There's nothing more to it than that. The Altars of Lilith, if you haven't completed all of your Altars of Lilith yet, I highly recommend you go ahead and do it, because this is going to carry over to every other season after this, so you only ever have to do them once. And when you create a new character, essentially they will have huge stat bonuses from having all of the Altars of Lilith, making leveling them up much easier. Now, to make it sweet and simple, I would do each map area for the Altars of Lilith at a time, such as Kyrgyzstan and then Havazar and so on. And I'm going to link in the description down below a guide to all of the Altars of Lilith that has them all mapped out for each area, and essentially can give you like a small route that you can take to get them done very easily. And you can easily finish these in about 2 hours or under. Next, we're going to go over the side quests. So primarily you want to pick up side quests for a region that you're doing. And that's because some of these side quests are actually active in side dungeons. For example, let's say I was working on this dry steppes area. If you go to this dungeon, let's say we needed to complete the Grinning Labyrinth dungeon. If you go to these areas with waypoints and you initially accept all of the quests here, sometimes these quests will give you quests like this where they're in a dungeon that you actually have to complete. So by going in here and completing the dungeon and the quest, you'll be able to get 40 for the dungeon and 30 for the quest, giving you 70 overall here instead of just the 40. It almost cuts down the time in half it takes to actually max out your Renown in that region. So I would approach side quests like that, as well as other easier side quests that you find along the map. But ideally you want to focus on the dungeons. So you can see the way we do our side dungeons gives us 40 Renown here. And basically in some areas we have to do almost 0 side quests once you complete all the side dungeons to max our Renown out. Now there is a surefire way to do all of these dungeons extremely fast to give you all this Renown, all the Paragon points and stuff as fast as humanly possible. And once you've leveled up your character, you want to be around level maybe 40 to 50 to kind of start doing this efficiently or higher. Once you do that, you'll want to go to World Tier 1. This is so that way we can run these dungeons as quick as humanly possible. This way we can run through the dungeons, just do the objectives, not worrying about killing any enemies, and this will be the quickest way to do the dungeons. Plus, we won't be getting much XP on World Tier 1 anyway, so it only makes sense to just speed through them to finish them all. Now, you can imagine if you did all of these by yourself, it would take an absolutely insane amount of time to get all these done. which is where I heed you. Do not do these by yourself. And if you're saying to yourself, I don't have any friends, you have all the friends you need. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Now, right here on the screen, you can see is the Diablo Discord official, and you can access this from a bunch of different devices, no matter what system you're playing on, your phone, etc. This is the way you're going to get this Renown done way faster than everybody else and not spend 50 hours of your life doing this. I did mine easily in one day. Once you accept all the rules and stuff, you can scroll down and there are chat rooms on the left-hand side. You can make a chat room using this create voice chat button. And essentially, if you don't want to, you can create a chat room, or you can just jump down and find a channel such as one of these, Renown Farm World Tier 3. But ideally, we're looking for a Renown farm that's just running World Tier 1 like this one, World Tier 1 Renown Dungeons. You're going to join in here and basically party up with a group of players. Now, once you party up with that group of players, there are going to be 4 of you, and you're all going to be on World Tier 1. So these dungeons are going to be very, very easy, even though it scales off 4 players because it's on World Tier 1. This way, you don't have to have any friends. You can jump in a Discord call really quick, group up with a group of players, and just start running these dungeons separately. Ideally, what you can do is split up regions. So one person can come down here, up here, and down here, for instance, in different regions that way. Or you can all go in a singular region to try and knock it out quickly. And if there's 4 of you, and let's say you jump into these 4 dungeons right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you all complete them at the same time, or you all complete them one at a time or at the same time, you're going to get credit for all 4 of these dungeons being completed. So basically, instead of playing solo, by getting 1 side dungeon completion here out of 23, in that same amount of time, you'll get 4 out of 23. And this point is going to save you 4 hours for every 1 hour that you play to get these done. And basically, you can do like 4 or 5 dungeon runs yourself. And by the time you've run 5 dungeons, as long as everyone else is running dungeons at the same speed as you, you will have completed all the side dungeons for this area. And because we don't have to do many side quests now, because of the renown values being raised, as long as you've completed your altars, areas discovered, waypoints, and strongholds, that will put you at max renown single-handedly. And that is the absolute fastest way to do these dungeons, because otherwise it takes forever. And like I said, I did all of mine in a day, and I don't have them all completed all the way, but essentially I have enough so that way, again, my renown is maxed out and you get the big power upgrade from your actual Paragon points, because again, you get 20 additional Paragon points from doing this. And the reason, again, you should do it is because if you do this at the beginning of Season 1 for the next 3 months, every single new character you create, once you unlock your Paragon board, will have immediate 20 Paragon points. Meaning, once you hit level 50 with a new character or your current character, etc., you'll be able to fill out an entire board immediately and get that glyph slotted in and activated immediately. And this is going to give you a big power boost, because if you have a full board completed at level 50, you're going to have a full board completed additionally the entire way you're leveling up, meaning you get that whole extra board's worth of damage and utility. And essentially, no matter what level you're at, you're always going to be scaled above the normal level you would be, because instead of fighting level 63 enemies at level 53, now I'm going to be able to fight level 68 or 70 enemies. And if you do this now, it will increase your power dynamic for every single character you play this season. So make sure you go out and do that. And again, I do have a Renown guide below and an Altars of Lilith guide in the description and the pinned comment, in case you want to reference those to work on getting these done, because it's going to make you so much more powerful. If this video helped you out, drop a like below and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and check out one of these awesome Diablo 4 videos on the left or on the right. Thanks.